What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mario, and today we have an array of updates going to barbecue at Pete's Custom Coach Building, so it should be sweet. We got an Azar 73 911 engine that's almost complete, getting rebuilt, and we're just gonna take a look around the shop, maybe interview some people. It should be pretty cool. They got a ton of projects always going on there. If you guys saw the 964 turbo video, you saw their shop as well as some other stuff. So got a ton of updates. We're gonna try to cover most of it in this video. We got Brad here in the Carmen Ghia. This thing is super sick. Like, love the pastel paint. This thing is gnarly with the exhaust I got on it, so it should be cool pulling up on this and the 996 turbo. So without further ado, let's go take a little cruise and make it to Pete's. So we made it here to Pete's. Before we actually go up the driveway to where the real car show is, the 911S, I think it's tangerine orange, takes the cake. Like, they trailed it here, probably didn't want to throw some miles on it. It looks like it got some Michigan plates. This thing is minty. Super rare to see a 911S. If you guys know these cars, you know that they're, you barely even see them. A lot of time they're in rough project form. This one's pretty freaking mint. Sick color. Interior looks super mint too. We got people coming in. Oh, this dude's in a right-hand drive. What in the, oh my goodness, that's a right-hand drive. These are the best kind of car shows. It's like chill, the atmosphere is nice, people aren't flying by doing burnouts and about to hit the crowd. So we'll go take a look at some of the cars, do a little walkthrough. We got Roman here pulled up in the 79, got some freshened up interior. We'll check out Nazar's motor, and yeah, maybe we'll catch and talk to Adam from Unobtainium and as well as Pete. So let's go check it out. There's this 912 right across from that 911S. Looks super sweet. It's probably original paint. Has a lot of patina. Interior looks minty. These are the funnest cars to drive because you can just whip them around town. You don't have to worry about blowing anything up because it's a four-banger. So it's really fun. I really miss my 912. Definitely got to get another one soon. So let's keep moving and get to the real show. We got a little 996 starting it out. We got the Taycan, however you say it. We got a Lambo that pulled up, which is pretty sweet. We got a newer GTS here, and then this thing, I thought it was a turbo in the beginning, but it's not. The interior is super sweet. This is a car that if I made my IROC wide body silver, it would kind of look something like this. So really thinking about which color I should paint it, we shall see. Let's keep going. So we got Brad's 67 Carmen Ghia pulled up. Super sweet car, Volkswagen Heritage. The pastel color really pops compared to a lot of the modern flake kind of cars. It's a running project. I always love when he brings this thing out. The interior is really cool too. No floor carpet yet, but that's how you got to roll. Cool Guards red Targa right next to it. I know a couple people who are looking for this exact car. Let's keep it rolling. There's a lot to see here. So it looks like Adam from Unobtainium brought one of the project cars. You could see the kind of stuff he picks up. I mean, I always see him on Facebook. Plenty of people might know him from the forums. I know about 6-7 years ago when I started looking for these cars, he's all over the forums. He picks them up all over the states. Some of his finds are insane, super rare, been sitting for 20-30 plus years. He gets them, sometimes keeps them, restores them, a lot of times resells them. So we got a 356 here behind us, super rotted, the paint's flaking off. You can kind of see the story here. He kind of wrote exactly what it is. It's a 56 and what's been done to it and everything like that. Really cool stuff. If you guys get a chance, make sure you visit his website and check out some of his other finds. So we got some original Porsche rust still in the trailer. So a lot of times people just scrape it up, put it in kind of a Ziploc bag or Tupperware container, because this is thousands of dollars right here. If you have this, you can put it right back on the car. So make sure you hold on to that while you're Porsche hunting. Made it to Roman 79. So this thing has been pretty much fully restored. He got the different DP wheels that he's rocking right now. He put on a different shift knob as well. It looks super sweet. The interior is basically all complete. This is his daily, you can call it, and it's a really cool car. He's actually listing it for sale, so if anyone's interested, be sure to come and check it out. It had a full restoration motor-wise as well as interior and paint within the last 5 years or so. So this thing is really sweet. You can't go wrong with the wide body turbo look car. They're crazy, going up in price right now, so be sure to check it out. Hit them up if you're interested. So there's a lot to see here. We're over here by this Speedster. This thing is super sick. It looks like pretty much original. You know, the red interior, it's like burgundy interior actually. Really cool car. You know, these are the kind of shows where you're going to see a lot of just completely rare one-of-one cars that you don't see in the area. It's not like a Corvette or Mustang meet. We're going to go check out a couple more really quick before we head into the shop and see what's going on in Pete's factory. I recognized this car before. I actually bought parts from the owner. He has another plum purple 912. Super chill guy. It's a soft window Targa 911, super rare. I remember stopping by his garage. He has a couple shells that he also had in his possession, and he sold me some really good parts that helped me with my 912 rebuild, so I'm happy about that. Super cool to see his car here. We're gonna go check out a couple more things before we go into Pete's shop, so let's go see the 996 turbos really quick. So Roman's 996 turbo looking pretty much mint. This thing, the wheels are set. He just put a test pipe on it. We got another one that, you know, has a carbon fiber lip, black front bumper, little project, shape, which we love to see. We love these things. It looks like it's a manual though, so that might take a little bit of the cake because this bad boy's an auto, but still super sweet. We got a couple other long hoods and 356s here. We have a blue long hood. We got a silver 356 and a cabriolet 356. I know they painted a shop car this similar color, and it's super sweet. So there are a lot of cool cars here. Their shop is just set up to do a lot. Motor rebuilds, all the fabrication you can think of, and paint work. Let's go keep moving through the shop and let's see what else they got. So this is actually Pete's 912 project car. I know he listed it for sale, so if anyone's interested in buying it, hit me up. I'll get you in contact with him. Very cool car, has some good bones. You know, it would be a sweet outlaw build, very sweet patina build. I mean, a lot of this stuff, get it how you like it, slap a clear coat on there, get it running mechanically, and you'll have a beautiful daily driver, honestly. We got a car over here that is currently getting its metal work done. You know, I know we were here last time and it wasn't even looking like this, so a lot of progress is going down on this car right here. They basically make the impossible happen. They saved panels on the 964 turbo that we thought were basically done. So it's all original, super good stuff. They're basically artists out here, which is amazing. So we're in the paint booth right now. Super nice, super clean, freshly painted parts. You can see just the quality. I mean, a lot of this stuff, there's nothing on it. A lot of times it doesn't even need a buff, doesn't need any cutting. It's looking super nice just straight out the booth. So if you want quality work done, if you want to not have any issues, be sure to hit up Pete. Let's go see the other shop. This place is big, projects all over the place, really cool stuff, not just 911s. We got a cab here, convertible actually, that is just in a primer phase. So you can see just, you know, some people, you almost want to drive a car like that. This thing looks super mint. So it's ready for some final paint work and reassembly. If you look next to it, there is a long hood also in primer form. So this thing is really sweet. Interior looks minty. Everything taken care of, so it looks pretty good. And I know this is one of these shop cars as well. It looks like there's some metal fab work going on in the interior. So this just shows, you know, step by step what the car's kind of evolutionized to, from this all the way to complete a car that's in the showroom floor. This is kind of what it comes as, and this is something that it can become. So it's pretty crazy. A lot of people aren't doing this stuff. It's kind of a lost art. But good thing to see, you know, Pete and his crew still saving these cars, something that everyone can appreciate. Just realized too, Pete just got this in. I forgot the name of the car. I forgot the name of the company actually. But they're really cool cars. You can basically modernize, retrofit, whatever you want. A lot of times people put a Volkswagen motor in there, whatever suspension that they think works the best, and, you know, kind of go from there. It'll come to me what it's called, Becker. I think it's Beck or Becker. I cannot wait to see what this comes upon because this is Pete's one of his favorite cars. So it's gonna be nice to see this thing done and whatever he ends up choosing the color, everything else. So looking forward to this bad boy. So I'm here with Adam from Unobtainium. Yep. I think I said it right.
Yeah, correct.
So we kind of went over a little bit what he does, and I guess this car was picked up this morning. So I guess I'm gonna pass him the mic. He can maybe say a little bit about what he does and a little bit about this car in the back.
Yeah, this one is what we call barn fresh. You know, you can see the picture of it in the barn, and I think it was there for about 40 years. I got a call about it. A friend of mine found it. So, scooped it out. And it spent 40 years next to a 54 Cabriolet, which they sold a few years ago. I didn't get that, but I did get this one. So, it was just, the phone rings, I go get it.
That's cool. I got one question. What is about your average, you would say, per year? Let's do per month you kind of check out or pick up.
I probably pick up, I like to pick up 1 to 2 cars a month.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll probably look at both, online, people send them to me, or go look at probably about a dozen.
Okay, wow, that's crazy.
And it's stuff, it's got to work for me.
Okay,
I looked at a 53 last Monday.
Okay.
And it just didn't work.
Too far gone, maybe, distance-wise?
It was like the guy wanted too much. It had the wrong motor, and I just said, and people were like, "Yeah, but it's a 53.
It's probably worth X amount of money.
You got to get it." And I said, "Well, if I can't make money on it,
right?
I don't.
It's a numbers game at the end of
I'm
the day.
not a museum. I got to buy and sell. So
exactly.
if I can't make money on it, I don't need it. You know?
That makes sense. Yeah. I know. What's your favorite find that you have to date? You would say.
Favorite one to date is probably the King's car.
King's car?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw the one you posted on.
I've
seen that car.
Yeah,
I'll throw some photos in the video, too. That thing's crazy. You're going to restore that one? You're planning on it?
I'm going to restore it. Well,
nice.
the story of that car was there's a guy down in Southern Virginia.
Okay.
And he's like a good old boy, and he's got a whole yard like mine, like 30 Porsches out there. And he sells me 1 car a year. And I tell him, I'm like, man, you could sell me all these cars, buy an RV, and see the world.
Right,
and he said, no, I don't want to sell any of them, but every year I got a tax bill, and I need to pay it, so I call you, and I sell you 1 car, and you pay my tax bill.
Let me know if he wants to sell too.
And he's never sold anything.
That's
and
crazy.
So he sells me.
That's
a
good deal, though.
But he's one of them good old boy haggler types.
Okay.
You got to haggle with him. So I went by there. He had a T5 notchback, a B notchback, and so he wanted 20. I was fine paying the 20, but I'm like, wait, I'm thinking I got to haggle. I'm like, I'll give you 15. So he's at 20, I'm at 15. I'm like, well, how about this? I'll give you the 20. Give me that 66 911 you have out back. Throw that in on the deal. It's burned in the back. It's sitting on bare hubs, covered in vines, but it's an early car. It still has the wood dash. And he's like, give me an extra 1,500, take them both.
Did he know about the car?
No.
Oh.
It was just an old rotten 911.
Right.
So here I am. I'm the smartest guy in the world, right? 2 cars for the price of 1. Except I'm 9 hours from home with a single car trailer.
Single car,
So I load up the notchback, drive 9 hours home, go back the next weekend, bring my own wheels because the car has no wheels.
Wow.
Dig it out of the mud, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, God, what a nightmare. Like, it's burned in the back, no engine, no transmission. It's rusty. But then I'm looking at it, it's got some weird stuff. Like, it's got these holes in the dash for, like, rally equipment.
Okay.
And it's got, like, brackets in the back of the gauges for rally equipment. And I'm like, that's weird. And then the paint code has a 356 paint code. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So I'm like, So every car I get, I pull CardX on, just because you never know.
Right.
So my guy at Porsche, I met him over email, so I've never spoken to him. I send him the number, he sends me the CardX. It's a very quiet thing. He calls me, Adam. I'm like, oh, hey, I've never talked to you, but hey.
Yeah, that's cool. You know someone important after he actually rings you.
And he says, do you know whose car that was? I said, yeah, I got it from this hillbilly in Virginia. And he said, no. He said, no. He said, that's King Hussein's car.
Oh, my God.
And so he sends me a picture that was from the Porsche archives that has the 904, King's 904, the King, Huschke von Honstein, and my car. And the reason it had the 36 paint code because he wanted to match the 904.
Wow.
Which is now in the factory museum. So I have the sister car of the cars in the factory museum.
I mean, that's crazy, man. Get that thing restored and... the sky's the limit with that thing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. So if you want to know my favorite, that's my favorite. Because
cool.
Royal Provenance, where are you going to get that?
Exactly.
You
can't beat it.
Yeah.
Got to do a video on that one.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, Adam, it was good to meet you finally.
Yeah, man, definitely.
We'll definitely stay tuned and see his stuff all over Facebook, and I'll share his website in a link also. But yeah, we'll go check out and talk to Pete before it gets too dark.
Okay, cool.
So behind me, we got the man with the plan. We got Pete here on the grill. I think he restored this bad boy too, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So show's beautiful, a lot of beautiful cars, a lot of cool stuff that showed up that I was like surprised. I mean, you don't see a lot of this stuff. I guess if you want to just say kind of what your shop does, and then I just wanted to kind of get a quick clip with you before it gets too dark.
Yeah. So this is Pete's Custom Coach Building. We primarily are interested in restoring 356 Porsche and early 911s, and we dabble in mostly air-cooled restorations, so Porsche stuff.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. We went through the whole shop, various stages of the rebuild. I know they're working on a 930 that I actually just saw right now. It came a long way. If you guys saw the older videos, you saw what it looked like and now what it looks like. So really cool stuff. Make sure you checked out the link below. Check out their Instagram. Yeah, and we'll for sure be doing some work here in the future.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Pete. I need some food though now. Hi guys, so that was basically the wrap up of the show. A lot of cool cars, some stuff still pulling up. There's a really sweet red 993 that just pulled up. A lot to show, a lot to cover, but it's getting a little bit of dark. Brad has to bounce. I hope you guys enjoyed. We still got to do a lot of updates. Nazar 73 is coming along. A lot of progress going on that. The 79 is done. Some updates on my cars as well. The 964 Turbo is completely wrapped up. You guys will see the finished result. It's insane. That car is super beautiful. Shout out to Pete for all his work. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. I appreciate the support, and we'll be sure to catch you next time. As always, be blessed and be superish. Thank you for waiting. Yo.